Hello and welcome to a series of short bonus episodes of Becoming a Health Coach. I'm your host, Megan McCrory, and in these bonus episodes, I'm talking with fellow health coach and my friend, Danna Levy Hoffmann. This is why we get along so well. Okay, so before we move on, the last thing I want to talk about in the certification program is more specifically what were kind of the standout features for you or the aspects of the program you took from IIN that you found particularly beneficial now, looking back.
Yeah. So I did the IIN, and you did something similar. So I did the basic IIN.
It's called the Health Coach Training Program, is what they call it.
There you go. That's the one. And then I continued on to gut health. Mm-hmm. So that was to me a lot more educational, I can say. I mean, again, because I came with a lot of knowledge, and I've already, I used to, for fun, research. I have a huge book. Huge book that I probably know by heart, where I would just look through natural remedies and acupuncture and acupressure and everything kind of more holistic health. So coming into the IIN coaching program, I came with a lot of knowledge. I didn't have to even put too much time or effort into it. I felt I was like, okay, cool. This is more for me to learn the art of coaching rather than the education and delivery is rather okay, how do I pass this down to people? How do I make sure that I have a business running and stuff like that? I then had the opportunity to continue my education with IIN and chose the gut health. And the reason I chose gut health was because my own gut health and my family's gut health was shite. So that was really, again, not a very educated reason, but that was a big reason for me. I'm still very much in that world. It's still very, very important to me. Mm-hmm. And so I think that was the reason why I went in that direction. During the initial year of IIN, I did realize, which I had a love-hate relationship with, to be honest. I realized that their courses, it was 1 week we're talking about a vegan diet, and the next week we're talking about the ketogenic diet. Right. And the next week we're talking about, I don't know, another something. Right. And I felt like, if someone hasn't gone through this process before, trying out different diets, educating a little bit more about the diets, having a little bit more knowledge, I felt like these people are probably every single week that we're covering a different topic, they're doing a different diet, so I felt like it might be a little bit overwhelming for others who are not really still in that realm. They're just oh, health, that sounds good. It's affordable. Let's just do this. But I don't know if that's true. That was just my initial feeling.
That's interesting that you say that, because since we've left shortly after our 2018 course, they actually introduced a half-year course. So they shoved the whole year content into a half year. And so people could do this accelerated, the very first person who was, that took a course based off my referral link, because we chatted, because I like to chat to people, because they email me and ask me really, is it really good? And I, and give them an opportunity to talk about it. But this guy took the course and he's like, yeah, I'm going to take the accelerated course. I'm just holy crap. Because I'm with you. I felt like I did learn a lot. I think I probably wasn't as into a lot of the natural remedies as much as you had already been. But I feel like that's an important point, because a lot of the pushback that I see about IIN online is that it doesn't really provide you with a solid health background. And I feel like it depends. It always depends on the person's background that's coming into it, right? So for me, and for you, I felt the biggest part that I got out of that was the aspect of how to coach someone. And even that itself is very nuanced. And when they do it in the program, it is hey, these are the questions. This is how you should let people have space and listen. And, I think the basics of coaching are there. And when you get out, then I feel then you have the knowledge of what you don't know, and all the other coaching styles, and coactive coaching was really interesting for me afterwards. And I bought a book on this and met people who have done just coactive coaching. So I think when someone is thinking about becoming any kind of coach, it's really okay, are you a subject matter expert already and you just need to know how to coach? Then maybe you just need a platform that's just teaching you how to coach, and the content that which your background you don't need to know. But I feel like IIN tried to do both, and for some people, they didn't do it well enough for what they expected. So I feel like it's like, if you want to be a nutritionist, then you should go to university and be a nutritionist if that's what you really want to do, right?
Yes.
Or a dietitian. And if you want to be a coach, and but I feel like IIN is somewhere in between there, giving you a big overall view of alternative and natural health, and also other, everything, and also helping you learn how to coach, and also this is how you start coaching, like the business side, forms and things that you need.
Right. And they're also relatively affordable. I mean, of course, no one wants to spend a good $3,000 on anything in one chunk, but most of the coaching programs out there are much more expensive. So I think, and just like you, a lot of people come up to me and they're like, we're interested in this and we're interested in that. We saw that you did this program and that program. And I always insist also on going on a call with them, because I think that I do need to clarify this. Yes, IIN is a great jumping board, but you want to make sure that that's not the beginning and the end, but rather like, this is my introduction, and now I need to really focus down on what did I collect from this program and how do I want to proceed? Because I don't think that from just doing IIN, just the initial program, let's say, I don't think that I really, truly, honestly believe that it might confuse you more than ground you. So it's just something that is a great beginning kind of, and I think that's probably their hope and their, way of selling is also like, okay, great. We gave you all the basics. Now, what tickled you? Mm-hmm. What did you want to hear more about? We have these programs. Yeah. Did you want to know about more about hormones? Here's a whole 6 months. And those programs are a lot more full on than the initial program. So you have to understand also that if you go through the IIN initial program and then you jump into another kind of more, full on one, you're going to spend a lot more time. You're going to, learn a lot more. So I think those have a lot more value to them. Right. And in terms of the coaching, and I agree, they give you like I don't know if they still do it. They even give you a chance to use their platform to have a free website for the first.
I don't know if they still do that
6 months or a year. Yeah, I wonder. But that was really nice. I mean, I didn't need it, but I thought was really nice to give people this chance of look, you don't have to invest in a website at the beginning. Just here's what we can provide for you. Give it a try, see how you're doing, and then move forward if you feel that this was the right step for you. So I did appreciate that as well. I think that is a very, so it's a really nice kind of a bonus to get through the school. Yeah. So with the IIN, I think it was very kind of specific for me. It was more finances. It was more like, let's just get, a plaque on my wall that says I finished this program and that I do have certain knowledge that I anyways had. And then, let me just get more education with the gut health course, which I really enjoyed.
Hey, did you know that I have another podcast? It's called So Frickin' Healthy. And I started that podcast in 2022 with another IIN health coach named Danna Levy Hoffmann. So if you love this podcast, you're probably going to like that one, because all we do is talk about health stuff. We have great experts on. Yeah, we have a really, really good time. So join us over there. The link is in the show notes. It's called So Frickin' Healthy because, we had to keep it a little bit PG. See you there.